Mr. Badan, okay, he will join in the middle, so we can start. Mr. Ehsan is with me also online. So, can you see this? Like, or I need to zoom more. It is clear? Okay. So, from here, material request, your schools will come, your school manager will come here and add a request from here, like he need material, he need items. Okay? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it will be changed. Okay, then it will be selected automatically, like from your main account. Yeah, it will be done when once you provide the data. Okay, and it will be like your school. Okay, uh, then he can add like the items they need, like this route they need, and also he can put here the required date, so it will be automatically fetched in the each item. Okay, then he can put like the quantity here, then okay, so let me record this, then I will share the recording with you guys. Okay, so you can so when you will practice, so it will be good for you to have this record. Let me start from okay, so manager will come here, school manager, and add new request. He will select the material transfer from here. He will put the required date here, and also he will set like it will be populated with your data. Once the data will be provided, he will set the target like their school here, and then he can scan the barcode from here. And also, if he has no scanner, he can also select the items from here. He can put the quantity here. Then he can add more items, like he needs swim suit, he needs orange juice, and he need like he need this guy. Okay, you put the quantity. Here. Then these are the terms and conditions or things if you have, so you can save. Then you will save. After save, if he want to submit this to your main office, so he will click on submit. Okay, once it is submitted, now your main office manager will come here and will see that how many, like you will come to this module, like buying module, and he can see all the pending material requests here. You can click on this and you can check all the pending requests. Okay. These are the pendings. If we want to see all the, so it will be all the requests. If you want to see the pending, so you can just click on this. Okay, so like this one is which I applied here right now. So I will check it, and he can review these things. Like he can preview what items are. Should I continue? Okay. shows you available quantity. It will be the next. This is for this. Yeah. This is just the item. This is just a request that we received from a school. We can review it, and if we want to take any action on it, like we want to issue them the material, then we will transfer material from here. Then there the available quantity would be. Click on this, and come back here, come down. So these are the quantities that are available at your warehouse. Okay. This is the purchasing page. No, this is not the purchasing page. This is basically a transferring page. Like when you are transferring your stock from your main warehouse to school. So this is the page that would be. This is the stock entry page. Like you are making an entry for your stock from your main warehouse to your school warehouse. Okay. So he will make the transfer request, and all things are populated automatically. He can see that how many items are available in the warehouse. So these are the zero. So what he will do, he will click on save. Then he will create a material request. Because he know that I have no items in the warehouse. And if he will try to submit it, so it will give an error that you don't have the items. Yeah, it's zero. It's zero, and you need 10 for this item. Then he can create request from here. Like he said, okay, I don't have the items in inventory, so I need to purchase. So he will click on material request. Like for anything that any person needs in the inventory, he will create a material request. Then on material request, we will decide that either we have these items or we need to purchase. So your main warehouse manager will click on the material request. He said, oh, okay, I need these items, and he will select the purpose here, the purchase. Like I need these items, like I need to purchase these items. Okay, then he will these items would be transferred. You can see when the purpose is selected as purchase, so there is no source warehouse, only there is a set target warehouse, because we are purchasing these things. We don't have these in our warehouse, we are purchasing, and we will transfer this to our main warehouse.
टीम पाकिस्तानी टीम हाँ वो आधे घंटे की शॉर्ट में दिखा था
yeah. These all things are right ways, like whatever rights you want to give any person, it can be done. So you can see when I selected the material to the set source warehouse, because transfer is something not related to purchase. It is just transferring between the warehouses. So when I select the purchase, so there is no source warehouse, because my source is the purchasing. My source is my supplier. So I select my target warehouse, like this is my main warehouse, so I put the target, like I want to receive these items in my main warehouse. If you want to receive these items in your school, so that can also be done. Like you can select directly the school, but this is not your case. You receive all items in your main warehouse. So you will select the main warehouse here. Okay. Select my required by here. It will be automatically fetched. Then I just need to review. All things are fetched from the request of the school. Now it is submitted. Now I can take 3 actions of this. Like I can directly create purchase order. I can request for quotation from different suppliers, and I can just put supplier quotation. Without the request for quotation, I can put the supplier quotation. So if I receive the supplier quotation by email or something, yeah. Can you go to supplier quotation? Give you access to your suppliers. Sorry? Give you access to upload quotations. Yeah. put your quotation number here, like your document number here. Okay, you can select the valid date, like the quotation is valid. Yeah, you can select your supplier here, like from which supplier you receive this quotation. Like you receive, let's say from this, you will select this, and all things like this will be fetched from supplier. Yeah, let me show you. You will put all the rates here, like what rate you receive. Okay, you can you can select all the text here, and you will just save it. And after save, you can upload attachments here. After save, now you can attach. You say, okay, I have a PDF, I have an image file, or whatever file you have. If you have a Word file, any file you can upload it. Okay, you can also, if you don't have, if you have hard copy, not soft copy, you can open your camera and you can directly scan it from the camera. Okay, once you will click on this, it will be uploaded and will be attached. Like, let me show you how it will be shown. Like this one. I have image, I will upload this one. Okay, it is uploaded and it is shown here. You can upload multiple attachments. When you will click on this, it will be shown like this. You can download this if you want. I send it by suppliers or by location. Previous amount for the same supplier? Yeah. So like how much for one we need this one we can. Yeah. Let me show you. You want if you have a supplier, you want to see all the previous items from the supplier. You will go on the line. The supplier. No.
आज ऊपर है.
I'm showing you, and you will select your supplier. Supplier dashboard. And if you want to check that I made with this supplier, so it will be here. It will be here and here. So this it's something the box would be. Yeah. Okay, so you can see all the things related to your supplier from this system. So let me go back to where I was. So this is my material request, and in this material request, I put one supplier quotation. So it is linked here. You can just click on it. It will send me, and I can see this supplier quotation. And this supplier quotation is made from material request. If I will click on this, it will send me back to the material. All things are linked with each other. Yeah. You can if this is your quotation, you want to link with some other supplier too, you can just duplicate it. You will duplicate it and select another supplier. Like this. You will review all things. You can change rates, all things, and you will click on save. quotations. Like you can see, I have two supply quotations against this material. I will click on this. I can view two. So let me submit this. So I can take any action. So supply quotation here. This is my supply quotation I received. So I decided to go with this vendor. So I can just create from here. Yeah, and click on the purchase order. So it will be like it will create my purchase order. So from here, like we learned these things in the last one. Yeah. Yeah. So this is clear. Is there any questions? Like this is the things we learned in the last one. Yeah, recap of the last one. Okay. Okay. So like after the you receive all the quotations, then if you want to make purchase order from like you received all the quotations here, and you compared all these, and you make a decision that okay, I'm going with this supplier. Okay, so you will click on the quotation and you can just click on create and purchase. So it will now create your purchase order. You can put the required buy date. You can go. You can review all this. All the rate would be fetched from the quotation. Okay, and all these things you can apply tax here. And this is your grand total, all 6
Mubashir, can I explain purchase order?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
So, you see, the purchase order document is, a document which requires to be very well elaborated, very clearly, documented, so that you can, you can. Bashir, can you just save it purchase order so that I can start working on it from my side?
Yeah.
You just save it.
I
Yeah.
save.
You just
I
you,
save.
you save it purchase order. You are on the branch ideas. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So do you see my screen, Yani? Or how can I, Yani, have to? How can I reach your screens, because I have to have the access on your screen. So I'm going.
We can see yours. We can see yours.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah. We can see.
Okay, so we are here on the PepsiCo. We are awarding this PO to PepsiCo, and we have worked on supplier quotations. And now this is the purchase order document, which you, since you are booking a outside party and doing agreement, so this document has to be very well composed.
Please 1 minute. Please share your screen now.
Okay. Yeah, do you see my screen?
No, still not.
I'm in Google meeting, and
I can see now. You can see.
we are here on the PepsiCo purchase order. You can see now.
Yeah, we can see.
So this is the purchase order document, and we have worked on material request document, and then we travel to supplier quotation, and then we have reached to the purchase order document. It is this document requires.
Can you speak slowly, because
Okay.
cannot understand. Please speak slowly so we can understand all things.
So okay, I'll try to I'll try to speak some slow so that you can understand well.
Please.
Yeah. So this is the purchase order document, and you see this document requires to be well formed so that you can go into an agreement within an outside party, because supplier is your outside party and you are rewarding a purchase order which requires to be well documented and well formed. Everything should be explained in a clear way so that outside party should not have any confusion working with you, or completing your requirement on purchase order. So this is the purchase order document. This is my supplier name. This is required date on our header level. Yani if you choose this required date for purchase order, it will automatically apply this required date for each item. But on a single purchase order, if you want each item to be delivered on different date, you can come by and you can work like this. You can change if required date for each one, working with each item individually. But if you want the whole purchase order to be delivered on a single date, you can just put the date here, so it will apply it to each item in this grid automatically, as you have
Yeah,
seen. So this is
that's
the, yeah, this is one thing you should remember. So you see, I'm
yeah.
work.
What is accounting dimension? Can you please explain? They are asking.
Yeah, no problem. You see, the system is not, it's not just recording your expenses and your, since we are talking working with the buying cycle, so you're booking the expenses which you are spending to purchase items and materials for your business purpose. But reporting dynamics are not
Please,
only limited to,
let me explain them to.
yeah,
So, yeah. So cost, you can basically link your purchase order with cost center.
yeah,
When,
there are reporting dynamics.
yeah, yeah,
I
like,
apart from
Mr. Please 1 minute, 1 minute, give me 1 minute. So cost center, like your schools are your cost centers. Okay, they are your cost centers and also your profit centers. So you are purchasing something, like you are doing some expense. So it will be recorded against them. If you want to link this purchase order with your like school one, so you will select school one here. No, 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 no. It is not mandatory. Yeah, you can leave it, but if you want to, yeah. No, let me explain its importance, because when you will see your journal ledger, your ledger accounting, so you can select that. Okay, let me show. Please show me only the school two expenses. What I spend on the school two. So you will select this. So it will show you that okay, you spend this money on this. So this is it's important.
you are recording everything under general ledger, but in general ledger there is also sub reporting element which are called
Yeah,
cost center.
awesome.
So this is sub reporting
Yeah,
element
yeah,
under
cost
general
center.
ledger.
They all are accounting guys, so they know what is cost center.
Yeah, mainly it pertains to accounting department.
Yeah, yeah. Project project is something like I think you don't have, because project is some like you got project from outside, so you are purchasing things for this, so you will link these purchases from the project. So this is not related to your business. Coming from school one or school two, yeah. Where is the cost going? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. Mr. Hassan, can you expand the address and contact they are wanting to know about?
Yes,
This is supplier.
Yani, you see, this is PepsiCo is my supplier, but this supplier, I'm awarding this PO to my supplier PepsiCo, and supplier addresses can be you can have multiple addresses for a supplier. For example,
Yeah, yeah.
you can
Mr.
award.
Hassan, I think these all fields fetched
Yeah.
from the supplier. So you didn't put all these things in the supplier master.
Yeah, no problem. We you see these all generally fetch from
Mr.
supplier.
Hassan, 1 minute, they are asking something. Yeah. Mr. Hassan, can you please come to the go to the PepsiCo supplier and set the default address and all things. So it should come by default directly. They don't need to select. You can put the Arabic name here also.
I'm adding an address which is going to be populating while you will be fetching supplier on purchase order.
Yeah. Also, please check their supplier sheet that they send. I believe they would be provided the addresses. Please check the sheet, and if the sheet has addresses, so please upload.
Yeah, no problem. We can upload those addresses which which from your sheet as well. So I'm just working randomly here. So
Yeah, you can put any random address here for now. Then you can change.
so this is the delivery address of PepsiCo. From where the PepsiCo is going to be delivering you. The billing address of a supplier.
Multiple address files.
For example, billing address of this purchase, for example, head office of the PepsiCo is located in a city, but its warehouse can be located in an industrial area. So for example, if
So please select the billing address and continue.
Okay.
We will check all these types later.
Okay, for instance, this is yeah.
Any good address, like that should be real one. Like
Yeah.
that looks real address. Why you setting our school's location? You said the name, can we set the location? Yeah. By Google. Let me in case it would be do a request. Definitely when it's going to Safari and choose all things are possible in this system. But let us explain this one, then we will go.
So you see, I have just add this billing address. So as soon as I'll pull I'll fetch this address into a purchase order. Next time the this thing will populate on the purchase order as well.
Please can you delete that sales order and create new so they can see.
So as soon as I go back to the Pepsi purchase order for Pepsi.
I believe it will be fetched. Just like supplier from above again. No, not this. Not this. Mr. Hassan, remove this and remove supplier and select again. Yeah. Go down. Yeah. It is supplier address, and you can also select the company shipping address from here.
Yeah, it is also different other than this billing address.
Yeah. Shipping, like where this purchase order would be shipped, like your main warehouse. Yeah. Your main warehouse address.
Can
you please create one? We can put here the field Google location search. Main warehouse. No shipping, Mr. Hassan, this is the shipping address.
So as soon as I save it, you see this is also landed here. So this purchase order will trigger from here to your location to is required to be or is supposed to be shipped to this warehouse. yani from supplier location to your location.
Yeah, that's clear. I think.
So you can I'll start going further. We are here on a purchase order. You can also work with the multi currency. For example, if you are working and purchasing something from out of the country, so the currency will not be Saudi riyal. So you can also create.
All things in Saudi riyals or any? Yeah, so there would be, I think there would be specific suppliers that you deal with in other countries like US. Yeah, yeah. So you can set all these things on the supplier level. Like once you will select that supplier, so the currency. US dollar. Yeah. All things you can select. Mr. Hassan, can you show the currency, please? First, the currency is linked directly or importing currency. Like based on what you put the rate. It pull the current rate. Then you receive when you receive things, you can put then it will fetch that rate. But if you identify the rates based on value. No. It will be fetched automatically. Like you can see. Mr. Hassan, please select another currency like US. USD. Please select USD. Yeah. So it will. Can you show? Yeah, it will be fetched. This is the rate. This is the current rate. Okay, it fetched automatically. You can change this if you want to change. You can change. But I need to change it. Yeah, you can change manually. Yeah.
You are working with the multiple currency. You can work with the multiple currency, and this document will drive the effect of multiple currencies while recording the purchase invoice based
They
on.
work with multiple currencies.
Yeah.
All right. They work.
So no problem, Yani. We can run a case of your import cycle as well in different currency other than Saudi Riyal. So you will have better idea that how this different currency other than your company currency will have effect on your books.
That section is clear now.
Yeah. Okay. So this is subcontracting. If you are involved, awarding your POs or your any product which requires to engage an outside party to for toll manufacturing. The whole activity is based on PO. So subcontracting.
They are asking something. Please go ahead. If there is a company using something from US, usually there is a carrier or shipment fee. Yeah. Office will do shipping. Release. Yeah, Mr. Hassan, can you please show us the like the freight charges and the shipping charges? Where should I put this?
Yes, before I put, I book a forwarder or a person, which I am rendering I am acquiring services from, like a freight services or shipping services. Before we go to talk about it, you need to understand the item nature into the system. For example, here these items are stock items, and which you are talking about is the item which is going to be service item, yani non-stock item. So we can create an item. For example, if I add here, and for example, if
they are asking from this purchase order, like it is total of 991 USD. Okay. But they also need to pay like 100 USD for the freight charge.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there is a
Yeah.
other charge section.
Yeah, in here, in the same tax, in this tax section charges, you can also, you can also add your taxes, and apart from these taxes, you can also add a line for freight charges. And here you can book.
Can you please add? You will select that on which accounting head this charges would be sent. Yeah. Sir, please select some existing, not create one.
Okay, no problem. I can,
Can you open this? We can see where we need.
freight or transport or what?
Expense. Can you go to the expense? Yeah. Select anything. Select anything. Shipping. Can you write shipping? Yeah.
So, for example, on this purchase order of this 3,620 yani reals, you are going to charge 100 dirhams. So, we have changed the currency to the dollar. So I will just, make it correct because we have.
Whenever you will be dealing with another currency like USD, basically your company currency is the Saudi riyal. So it will show you the converted rates also. Like you are spending 1,000 USD, but it is becoming this riyal in your local currency.
So for these item, I'm charging shipping expenses of 100 reals, which is also tabulating here in the after in the after tax amount because this is the tax amount of 15% of this much of applied on this amount, which is the value of the goods. So these value of the goods are charged on 15% of the value added tax, which comes to this much. So the total is this, and then I charge 100 reals for freight or shipping expenses. So this comes to this much.
Mr. Sir, please put 100 in the amount first.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you can see the total is changed.
Yeah,
so you can put all your other charges here.
You can add your other charges for related to your purchase order. You can add up here. Any other expenses, any other costs which incurred apart from items, you can add up here. So we go down, and you can since you can also work with the discount, but generally on buying cycle there are no discount involved. So here are the totals of the document, and here you have to define payment terms. For
like when you will pay,
yeah.
like you will pay 100% of the pay.
Yeah.
What is your payment term? So
Then you can create your own, and I'm yeah. You see, I'm creating one for you, and you can create your own. I'm creating one for 100% advance. So the invoice portion, 100% portion will be payable based on these three conditions. This on the same invoice date, and the invoice date end of the month, and after the end of the invoice month. So I generally we apply we work.
Create one and just go back to the purchase order.
Yeah, no problem. So
because if we will start teaching this, so they will become yeah. We will set this. We will understand from them, and we will set the and we will.
Yeah, we will create for you. No problem. Since these are templates, and you just have to create one only once, so it will automatically.
All payment templates would be there, and you can just select like 100% advance or whatever there, so you can select.
So we are creating purchase order on 24th of November. So since this is 100% advance, so it has to be due on the same day.
You need to pay on the same.
On the same day, 100% of amount. So this is also the text, other narrative, subjective kind of lines. If you want to write in here for supplier, supplier instructions, you can add a template here. And this is also a one-time one-time template, one-time terms and conditions, and you can pull each time so that it will reflect on your each purchase order. For example, the has to be 5 p.m. this is how this is going to reflect on a purchase order. Yani you can add up more lines if you want. So you see, this is this will fall on a purchase order.
Once you will select that term, so all the terms and conditions will be changed.
You have to just come here and pull it like this, so it will automatically fetch here. So this is this is the purchase order document, and I'll summarize again. We have pulled this purchase order from a supplier quotation, and we talk about supplier and supplier addresses, and then we talk about cost center and addresses, the shipping address and the company delivery address. Then we talk about currencies, and then we talk about items and taxes and other shipping charges, which we have added here as 100 reals here in this case. And then we talk about the payment terms, and this payment term is going to create your payable aging on purchase invoice document for each invoice. So I'm going to save this document, and we will go to see the print format of this document. So this is how purchase order is going to look like.
It can be changed. It can these all things can be changed. Your template can be changed. You can create new template. You can create your own. It's
you can create your own here.
Yeah. We also recapped the last meeting. So now we started to learn the purchase. Yeah. Yeah. Once you have received all the quotations, like four, 5 quotations, then you will decide that from which supplier I should go. So once you have made the decision, then you can select one quotation and create the purchase order for that. Yeah. Mr. Hassan, can you please show us some other format, some other planned format, so they will be. Which one? Like it will be sent anywhere. Like supply, like your. We will send our email. We can send SMS, whatever you want. Yeah. We can set email that once the purchase order is submitted, send an email to this guy. Send an email to finance, either transfer directly or recharge a card or request to recharge. The payments now. Yeah. So they will get notified for this. It will be notified automatically. Like once the purchase order is submitted, the email would be sent to the persons that who told us. We will set a notification. Can we decide that? Yeah, you decide that who will receive the and the finance guy also can log in and see in the system. He can also see that. So the purchase order finance not yeah, finance is not related to purchase order is not related to finance guy. Yeah, because he need to. Yeah, because finance is involved only when the payments are involved. You need to pay something, so finance guy will come. And then the invoice. Yeah. So purchase order is clear. Then we will move forward.
So I'm going to submit this document. So I've just, as soon as you save the document number is generated, and this toggle bar on the left side is generated as well, so that you can attach.
You can share it with anything, you can assign this to anything, you can attach anything, and all this stuff.
So I'm going to submit it, yani.
Once the purchase order is created, we can send an email that will go to the supplier. You can send. Yeah, it will be sent automatically. Mr. Hassan, we will send the notification, so it will send automatically. No need to send them.
Okay. So I'm going to submit this, yani.
Yeah, please submit.
So as soon as I submit it, this the document is here, here is in this.
Please 1 minute. Once we submit the purchase order, email to the supplier. Yeah, supplier email. We have already put the supplier email in the supplier. It will be go to the supplier. Okay, now you can see in the purchase order list, like we created this one PepsiCo supplier. So it is 0% received and 0% paid. You can see all the status from here. Like you have received nothing and you have paid nothing. It is like this. Mr. Hassan, can you please open this? For the second order, you can see you have received 56%, but you have not paid anything. Mr. Hassan, can you please open the supply, like the purchase order? So we see what we can. Yeah. Please open it. Mr. Hassan, please zoom in your screen. Like there is very small text. Okay. No, zoom in one more. Yeah. It's okay now. Okay. So now this we made this purchase order, and status is to receive and bill. Like you need to receive the things, and then you need to bill. Okay. So now, Mr. Hassan, can you please show the action? What actions can be taken on this purchase? So you can create the purchase receipt. Like once the things are arrived at your warehouse, you will create the purchase receipt. Receiver, that is receiving your things. Okay, and also before receiving, you can also create the invoice. Okay, you have multiple options. This is related to your flow. Like, I think you receive the things first, then invoice. Is this your flow, or what is it? You receive things, then invoice, or you send payment in advance? You receive things first, then pay. Depends on the agreement with the supplier. Some suppliers have 30 days, like accounted. Some suppliers know you pay 100% and we receive. Okay. So you have both options. Both options. You can, after creating the purchase order, you can also create purchase invoice. Okay, purchase invoice. Please click on purchase invoice, Mr. Hassan. Okay, then against invoice you will pay the payment. After you have received the invoice from the supplier, you will create here. You will create the invoice here and attach your physical invoice in this. Then on this invoice you will pay the payment. Okay. Mr. Hassan, can you please go back and make the purchase receipt? Yeah. Now let me show you two scenarios. Like one is the first receive then pay, and second one would be the pay first then receive. Okay. So this is the case when you are receiving the things first, then you will pay. Then you will receive invoice, then you will pay. Okay. So this is the purchase receipt. Like the document will be created by the one that is receiving the things at warehouse.
Yani GRM.
Yeah.
Yani good receipt note. Yani.
Good receipt note. This is good receipt. So once you will click on that, so it will all the things would be fetched automatically, all these things, and you will put the expected warehouse, like where the things are going. Okay, so in your main warehouse, and some like some things can be rejected, like some things are broken or some things are not. You are not receiving, you are rejecting them. So you can also define the rejected warehouse, like where to put these rejected items. Yeah, Mr. Hasan, please continue.
So this is the GRN document. Storekeeper is just suppose.
Mr. Hasan, 1 minute, they are asking something. Maybe you receive, you ordered 10, you received 10, but 10 are broken. Sorry, 5 are broken and 5 are. So you can put the accepted quantity 5 and rejected quantity 5. Yeah, this is your receiving them. Yeah, you can put school there. School one. Because yeah, once you will order, like when you will create purchase order, you will define warehouse. And also when you are receiving things, you are also defining the warehouse, like where you are. So this is that scenario is like you can put the warehouse directly there. For the snacks, you want to, so for the snacks, they will raise the transfer request and will select the purpose purchase directly, because okay, they know that they receive these things from the vendor directly. Yeah, so they will just create the purchase material request with the purpose purchase, and they will put their school in the parameter. Like they do already. Yeah, they will create the material request, they will submit it, and Mr. Sultan will receive it. And Mr. Sultan will create a purchase order on that request. Okay. Purchase order will be made on that request, the school create. If Mr. Sultan is going to purchase the physical, like there is no purchase order or anything. Then how? Like the purchase. Yeah, so they can directly you can increase inventory from the stock. But for yeah. But they create a purchase order to record the things. Yeah. Yeah, just create a supplier with his name, like with any journal name, and create a purchase order and select that supplier. Yeah, So so all things will be recorded that okay, he purchased things of 100 reals or anything. The things will be recorded. If you will directly update the inventory, then there will be no record for the money. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, so when the let me complete the yes. When we go and check receive a quotation from supplier, there is payment like 50% upon order, 25 upon ready order, 25 upon delivery. And we go to this process like identifying new patterns. Yeah, in the purchase order we show you that you can set like you can set this on supplier like payment like you. Mr. Hassan, can you please go back to the payment terms on the purchase order?
Okay, yani.
But let us show you that how you can set payment terms on supplier. That would be good because you don't need to once you will select the supplier, automatically their terms will be set. Yeah, please, Mr. Hassan, please.
On a PO?
You can set this on the supplier, then we can set from the supplier.
Okay, so I'll go back to the yani, supplier and
Yeah,
I'll set payment terms for it.
yeah.
So I'm here on the supplier.
This is the supplier main dashboard.
Yeah, main
all
form.
things related to supplier are here.
And
Okay. Please tell us how to set like payment terms.
yeah, you see, you can set the currency for with which yani, you work with supplier with. You can also, you know, in here the payment terms is, you know, has to be pick and choose.
So, please create a payment term with like 30% advance, 30% advance, and 30% please make three payment portions.
Okay.
30, 30, 40. Please make 30, 30, 40. You can put any name here, like you can recognize this.
So, yani you need 30% as a you have to pay 30% at advance, yani.
Yeah. You need to pay 30% advance, then 30%.
So invoice portion will be 30% and it will be paid on the same date of invoice.
Like you can put credit days here. Like if you have credit limit, so you can put.
Yes, yani it will be based on these.
Advance is 0 because advance we need to pay upfront. So we put 0 here.
So 30% for this title of the payment. So I just set this thing. So now I have to set this thing at what stage you want to make a payment of the remaining the second 30%.
Yep.
30% at delivery or what?
Mr. Hassan, you can select just 30. Let's go back. Let's go back. Just select the 30 program. Yeah. And you can change due date based. You can change all these things.
And in next 30 days you are going to pay the next the more 30% of the more of the value, any value of the purchase order, and the rest, yeah,
upfront, 30% after 30 days.
yeah, and then the 40%.
Yeah, you need to create one.
Yeah, 40% advance will be created, of the invoice portion of the 40%, and this will be created like in 60 days of invoice date.
Can you show us what is in the what are the more options? Due date, place, no.
Yeah, this is your invoice date, and if I choose this is, and if I keep 0, so this is going to be advance, and if I if I keep
Please set,
end of the invoice
please set,
month.
Mr. Sir, please set 40.
Okay.
Save it.
So 40 days from invoice, 30 days from invoice, and 0 days from invoice. And you
Okay,
need to
please
make.
save it and show. Please save it and show us in.
Okay. So I just made a make a partial payment of payment term, and I'm going to tag it up for suppliers first.
Yeah.
So I'm here again on the supplier, and I'll just tag this partial payment 30, 30, 40 to this particular supplier, and as soon as I start working with this supplier, I'll again.
So whenever you will make any purchase order with this supplier, by default this payment terms will be fetched, and you can change if you want. All notifications can be set. There is a module, separate module for the notifications. Anything you want to make notification. Okay, you see, we purchase order. We make
exactly now we spend 40 days after the holiday. Exactly after 40 days,
it is possible. You can also see in the from the etching report, and also you can set notifications so that an email would be sent. Okay, so we set the default payment format for this supplier. Once we will create an PO for this supplier, automatically that payment term will be fetched.
So we were creating GRN for this particular purchase order. So I'm going to record this GRN, supposing that all the delivery is received, 100% received in my main store. Main store, the whole PO is received as accepted. The whole 45 pieces worth 3,620 reals is received along with the tax and the shipping cost. But these two are going to be booked at purchase invoice level. This document is GRN, and it's not going to book taxes and other expenses incurred at this stage.
So it is not yet recorded in your payables.
Yeah.
Because once you create invoice, then it will be recorded in your payable. And then you will pay the payment, your payable will be.
So you see, I have received 100% of the GRN. So this is going to.
You have to pay the payment.
So
please show us.
This GRN. Yeah, this GRN has effect on these two reporting elements. One is stock ledger and second one is accounting ledger. So I'll show you first the stock ledger. So all these three items with 45 items, 45 quantities all together, all these items are recorded.
Items are in your inventory. Yeah. Mr. Please go to the item and show us.
Yes.
On the item,
you can click on any item and you can check the like 15 pieces I received for this orange juice in main warehouse. So you can go to check.
This is the item detail page, and now you can see in your main warehouse there is 15 quantity. Threshold, minimum threshold.
The cutoff point should not be less than.
Okay, so whenever it comes to this quantity, you would be notified that you need to purchase things. Yeah. Mr. Hassan, please show them the threshold. Auto reorder.
So we have auto reorder level here. Based you can set
Auto reorder.
you can set on warehouse level. So if you are talking about that, if this thing reach 15,
Reorder level. And once the quantity is reached 15, it will automatically create the material. It will request.
yani
It will be in the draft format. You can see, and if you will approve, then you can create the purchase order there. Like you remember? Yeah, you remember we. You remember we done a thing that if the inventory is not available, so Mr. Sultan will create a material request for purchase. The system will do this now. Like if your quantity would reach to 15, it will create that material request that Mr. Sultan will use. No. On the material request of submission, there would it would not be standpoint. You need to create request for quotation for against that. No. Like you receive material request. Now you will create request for quotation. Then it will be sent to the your supplier. Clear? Yes, Mr. Hassan. Mr. Hassan, are you there? Okay, so Mr. Hassan was showing you the stock ledger. The things are reflected in your stock. So it is showing you. Mr. Hassan, please continue. Show us the accounting ledger.
yes, you see we have
Graph. Yeah. Mr. Hassan, can we please see the stock ledger in our graph format?
which format, sorry?
Yeah. Can you please set chart here? Set chart. You can click on the set chart. You can select the like. Yeah, please make a chart. They want to see chart. In control. You can you please put another line for the actual quantity. It will be in quantity. Yes. Okay. So please draw a bar chart. It's not looking good. You can see like this. So on the x-axis you have your items, and on the y-axis you have the quantity. Yes, Mr. Hassan, please continue.
So, sir, this is a stock ledger, and it shows the
You can put anything. You can make this graph yourself. Yeah, yeah. All the items, not all the items, only the items that are in the stock. Yeah, you can see for all items too, but that is on. One by one. No, 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 all that, all items. These are all items. So it can be like orange juice, stove, yeah, yeah.
it is in fact, yani, I'll explain, sir. This is, yani, we are just talking about one GRN, which contains these three items. And you see the filter is also here for the GRN numbers. Yani. If I remove this, you will see the whole stock ledger here for this particular date. For example, if I choose from one, yeah, if I you see if I just pull the stock ledger from these, yani, from 1st November. So you see there are other items as well in the store. You can see it as well, other than the GRN which we have just made. So this is how it looks like. I'll explain one by one. So this is the document date. This is item name, unit of measurement, incoming quantity, and it is also recording out quantity because this is stock ledger. So it shows incomings and outgoing both, and then the balance quantity. Yani 25 minus this thing, and
Just
then
1 minute. Incoming. Certain date, is it? Yeah. Like how many I received, how many I received. Yeah, yeah. That is what. What is column? Give me the actual date. How much? Actual date. Stock in hand. Stock in hand. Yeah. Mr. Azhar, can you please show us where we have stock in hand quantity?
yeah, no problem.
No, they are asking that right now what we have in our inventory. Where to see?
Yeah, you have to go to stock module and you have to check this report, which is called
Another report for this.
the name of the report is stock balance report. So you go to stock balance report, and then just a minute. So yani you have to push date. For example, if I just you just want to look for today, so I have to just press this button. So system is going to populate the today's stock for each and every store and for each and every item. So system is pulling the record, in fact. So this is the report. So these 5 items are in fact in different stores with this quantity. And this balance quantity is the in-hand quantity.
Column, you can see your in hand. And yeah, balance quantity and after the red column you can see the amount of food. Like balance.
So for this date range, yani for today, and these items have this much quantity in different stores.
Like
And
to have this. If you want to see 1 month ago what was in my inventory, so you will select the 1 month date. Okay, Mr. Hassan, that's clear.
yeah, this balance stock balance report is not only reflecting the balance quantity of the of any item in different stores, but it also showing in this particular date range. It also shows that what was the opening at that particular stage. Or at 1st of October, this is going to be the opening date of the any stock item. It was 0, like, and then the incoming quantity, outgoing quantity, and then the balance quantity is here. And there are also reordering level is also showing, which we have just set on the item level. You see.
Yeah, that's clear, I think.
So we have created any GRN, and we have talked about stock ledger, and now I'm going to show you what accounting impact is generated at the GRN stage.
Yeah, yeah. Can you please go back to the purchase receipt? We came from there.
Yeah, before I go to any purchase request, you can just have a you just you can go back and have a look on purchase your purchase order status. For
Yeah.
example, you see your purchase order is 100% received. Now you can come to your purchase order list and you can just have a look that the list view is also you do not need to go to any report. You just come to the list view of purchase order. In this list can also give you an idea that what is the current status of each PO.
You can see the status is also changed to below, not to receive and bill, to receive to below. Like you have received all things, now you need to pay. Yeah, Mr. Sir.
So you go to any this particular GRN and now you can just a minute, I'll refresh. So this purchase receipt, and this purchase receipt has a stock ledger effect, which we have just talked about, and now I'm going to show you accounting ledger. So you see this much worth of stock has debited your current asset account, and the
Your
same
asset is debit.
yeah, this is asset account, asset a stock asset account, and this is debited because
Yeah.
you have incoming quantity in your stores. And then this is a temporary liability account which system has booked at this stage, not on a supplier name. It is just book randomly, yani on a group on a global level, and then this will be eliminated at the time of purchase invoice. This will be debited.
Can you got this? This is the effect on your accounting. No, account payable would be affected once you have created the invoice. Once you have created invoice, then your account payable would be
Yeah, purchase invoice is the document which is going to credit your supplier. This is GRN accounting.
This is a temporary account.
Yeah.
That you have received the quantity, your goods, but you need to pay for it.
So
hold on and temporary account.
So GRN has debited your asset account and credited a current temporary liability account, and this will be eliminated when we will book purchase invoice, and the actual supplier will be credited with the same amount, and will have the liability on its name, on particular supplier name, yani PepsiCo. But this is the temporary liability account which will be debited and will be knocked off at purchase invoice level. In fact, this is perpetual inventory system.
Yeah, this is direct to finance. Cost center? Mr. Hassan, can you please show us if we want to see the cost center?
Yani we book these cost centers. You can
apply also.
You can book.
Can you show us the cost filter? This is the filter. You can select any cost center and it will show you ledger related to the this is related to like you purchase something and the effect that made on the accounting, so we have purchase order. While making purchase order, we will Mr. Hasan, this is clear. You can continue.
Okay, so
Please go back and show us how to put invoice.
so you see here in accounting, the payable section, caters the buying cycle. So the purchase invoice document belongs to payable section. So account payable guy has to work.
Mr. Hasan, please go back to the purchase order and show us from there.
Okay, no problem.
Because they would be confused. Yeah.
No
Please
problem.
go back purchase order and show us from there.
So we can drive this payment cycle from purchase order. You see, we have created the GRN and now it's time for billing. So this particular element is going to be started now by recording purchase invoice. So I'll go to the purchase receipt, which is the current document, and based
Mr.
on
Hasan, 1 minute.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm stopping. Let me explain you that what is happening. Mr. Hasan, please go back. Go back to the purchase order. Go back again.
This one. Green, this one.
Yeah, green. Like it is 100% green. Like there is a small written that 100%. And this one is 56%. Because it, yeah, quantity. Like you have ordered 100 and 50 is received. Purchase receipt. It is calculating automatically because we created a purchase receipt and we put that, okay, we have received all things. Yeah. So it is getting this from the purchase receipt. Okay. So now we have received all things. We need to build. We need to create a purchase invoice. Like supplier sent us invoice in the email, but now we need to record this in our system. So we have two options. Like we can create invoice from the purchase order directly, like from the whole purchase order, and we have also option to invoice only the receipt. Like we have what we have received. Yeah. We requested invoice from supplier. They sent me in the email. Yeah. And now we need to put it in the system. Like we need to record in the system. So we have two options. Like we can create invoice for the whole purchase order. Like we created a purchase order of 100 items. So we can put directly purchase invoice on the purchase order, and also we have the option to create invoice for the purchase receipt form. Like we have purchase order of 100, but we receive 50. So we can invoice for the 50 of 50. Yeah. On the purchase order, the invoice would be 100%, and on the receipt also you have a record of it is up to your floor. It is up to your now in this invoice, say that we have two ways to do this. Changes for the question by all the receipt forms. Right? The one that you receive. Yeah. For example, you have ordered 100, but you receive only 20. So you will ask your supplier that send me the invoice for the 20 only. Yeah. Because you receive 20, you need to pay for 20, not 100. Purchase invoice. Who create purchase invoice? Like finance guy or? Yeah, so he will create purchase invoice, and the purchase invoice would be emailed to the bank. Yeah, and he will make the payment and he will do the payment entry. Okay. So Mr. Hasan, please create invoice on the receipt.
So sir, I'll just I'll just add one more line.
you can also create the purchase return. Like you have received the defected item and you accepted that. After that you realize that okay, these are the defected items. So you can create purchase return also. Yeah, you are rejecting. You are saying that you are saying the plan that return. So you can create purchase return.
10 मिनट
It will less.
ये बंद कर दो.
Yeah, Mr. Hassan, please create invoice.
Okay, so I'll just add one more line that you can couple you can couple you can make any combination. For example, one PO to one PO can result in 2 GRNs, and 2 GRNs can couple into one invoice, and you can make any combination. There is no problem with this. Any system can identify it. So here we have one PO and one GRN, and I'm going to create the 100% invoice for it based on the GRN.
On the receiving node, he is creating the invoice node. So invoice will take only the receiving items. It will not see that what was the purchase order. It will only take what was accepted. So we have accepted 10, so it is showing us 10. If we have accepted 5, so it will be showing 5.
So at this,
if you order 10, you receive 2, and make invoice of the receiving, so it will get.
so not only he's this purchase invoice document is going to
This is not related to stock order. This is we are creating invoice. Receiving node. On the receiving node, it will reflect on the stock order. Yeah. So once you have done it, you have to make that invoice. Yeah, you will create invoice here, and also you can put attachment of your hard copy of invoice. So now I can produce very first thing an invoice. No.
You already received the invoice. Okay. For the
Yeah.
now we have to put this into our system. The invoice.
You need to record the
This invoice will go to the finance like an account pay.
Yeah.
The finance can understand like we receive by a system work and it is the total list of people.
Very good. We relate to this one that we have now. The invoice, the receiver received the purchase, and then they will send to you as the tax invoice. So instead of the email, they will do it for this. And it will be recorded right away and go to the finance. He received the invoice in the email. Now he need to record this in the system. So he will come here and create the purchase. Yeah, you need to put all the things that is you need to review your hard copy with this, because maybe supplier has sent you invoice of like wrong invoice. Yeah, so you need to verify. Yes, Mr.
so
Yeah. Yeah. And also the finance man. You can see this attachment section. You can attach multiple invoices there. Yeah.
so we are you see we,
Yeah, please, Mr. Hassan, please show them how to attach invoice with it.
So you see, I'm here on the purchase invoice. The purchase order and purchase receipt are already attached here with this purchase invoice document. And as soon as you save it, this on the left side, this section is appeared, yani. And then you can attach as many document as you can.
Once
Yani.
you save the invoice in the
Yeah.
draft format, so the left section will be up there, and you can attach.
And you can attach any Excel or any PDF or anything you want.
Yeah, you can put anything here.
Yeah,
Please
you can,
attach some pins. Yeah, emails will be sent. Yeah. Like once he will submit the invoice, the finance guy will be receive the email from system that the invoice is generated display this. No need to email manually. He will pay from bank and will record it. He will pay the payment like he received the invoice. He will pay payment to supplier from bank and make a entry here that I have paid this. So in the system, your bank like your bank will decrease in the yeah. Yeah, so like he attached, Mr. Sir, can you please show us the attachments he attached here? Click on this. Okay, you will click this and you can review on whatever. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Sir, please go ahead.
So this is purchase invoice document, sir. Purchase order and purchase receipt are attached here as well. And I'm creating purchase invoice. And this is the document by which you replicate supplier invoice. Yani you are booking supplier invoice. So you must have supplier invoice number and date.
You will put your hard copy number there, like
Supplier invoice. Yeah.
and supplier invoice date here.
And this field is unique. Yani if this number is booked at any purchase invoice earlier, if I type it again, system will not book a duplicate invoice or duplicate purchase invoice again in the system, because you're going to pay this and pay this thing. So once you have already paid for something, should not come again and should not pay a duplicate one. So this is a unique record. Yeah.
Supplier invoice basically this is supplier. This is supplier number like
Supplier invoice. Yani supplier invoice.
from the supplier to the supplier. Like Mr. Sultan has recorded an invoice and he is recording again this. Like he forget that I recorded this or not. Recording again. Yeah. So it will be notified. You were already recording.
Yeah. Yani regardless of supplier name here up here, any system will not any repeat the document number.
Yeah, Mr. Hassan, then this is clear. You can go.
So system is already fetched the items, and I have checked the items and quantities.
Fetched from the receipt. You just need to review it. That all things are okay. Yeah. You just need to review. You don't need to put anything. You can edit the things here if you want, but all things are fetched, and you will just save. Mr. Hassan, please save this and show us the next system. Once the invoice is submitted, it will submit. It is submitted and the notification is sent to the finance or other persons like you are. And the invoice status is unpaid. Okay, this is unpaid. Please show us the, it is unpaid, and Mr. Singh will show us the accounting ledger. Now what the pay balance and all the things. Yeah.
You see, the supplier, my supplier with its particular name is booked in a credit as a liability, and you see, my supplier is booked in this particular respective account in credit as a liability, and the particular temporary liability account which we were talking about at the stage of GRN, it is debited and it is nullified, yani it is knocked off.
Because credit temporary, so it is not debited, and our actual payable is reported. Yes, please.
So this temporary liability is knocked off, and my VAT 15% tax liability which I have paid to my supplier, and this is in fact my tax asset side of the VAT. Yeah. So we. Yeah.
543. It is recorded there, and your shipping is reported separately.
It is
because it is not related to.
Yeah, this is tax asset account, and this is expense account.
Yeah, all the ledgers are recorded there. You can make report later for. Okay. We put shipping separate. Like. Yes, Mr. Hassan, please continue.
So if you see, these are my general ledger accounts. So these are also hyperlinked. If I go to see if I go to see my particular PepsiCo ledger, I can click on it and it will lead me to its particular ledger. Now we are in fact on a general ledger of a purchase invoice.
Yeah, this is he's showing that how the accounting is working. Like this is the accounting work. It is showing that how things are recorded in the accounting. Yeah, it is recording automatically.
Yani upfront you are working on the forms, and the forms have accounting impact on the back end. You can check it, yani, but system is working on by its own, yani.
Like it is working correct.
Yani this is the on on purchasing cycle. This value added tax is generally booked on a debit side of tax asset as a debit side of the tax asset account. This is expense account, and as soon as expense is incurred, it is debited. Do you have any question, Yani? Do you have any question as far as this accounting is concerned?
Do you have any question related to this? This is clear for them. This is crystal clear.
Okay, no problem. So, Yani, this is purchase invoice is booked.
This is showing the accounting things that relate to the work. This is showing the background what the system is related to accounting. How they're going to attach it and how it's going to be shown to. Let me. Mr. Hassan, please go go back to the invoice and show us how to do payment now. We will do the payment from the invoice. Like this is the invoice that Mr. Sultan created and the finance guy is received. Finance guy received email and he will come here and he will show this like this. Like this is the unpaid invoice. Yeah, he will open this and he will review all these things and he will create the payment now. Payment. This. Okay. He already paid from the bank online. Like yeah, amount of payment can be anything like check, like online transfer, like cash, anything. It can be anything. You have multiple options. Okay. Mr. Hassan, please choose the bank account. Online. Please check anything other. Mr. Hassan, please select other account because it will be selected automatically. Wire transfer. Please select wire transfer.
Just a minute, I have to refresh it, Yani.
Yeah. Please set around. Please set the mode of payment. Like go to this wire transfer. Go inside.
Which account?
These are your bank accounts. Please select anything.
So we are making a payment to PepsiCo against the invoice which we have book on purchase invoice. So this was the total of the invoice. So this is the total liability of PepsiCo, and we have to make a payment. So I'm going to make a payment from this account. So this account, yani system is showing.
The wire transfer. So we have set behind the wire transfer. This is the account. It will be fetched automatically.
And this account is currently has no balance. Yani.
Okay. No problem. Yes.
So this Pepsi company has the total liability on our side of this much, for which I'm making a payment from this account.
Yes.
And it has no balance, yani, but we can make a payment, so this account will go into negative, yani. We can control it, but yeah, yani, but if there's no payment in bank or cash, we can pay it regardless of it. So the purchase invoice is automatically fetched here. You see one invoice which we have created earlier. So I'm this is the total outstanding, and I'm paying the total 100% of the amount to supplier.
Yes, sir. We will show. We will tell them all these descriptions later. First of all, tell them that how to do payment in a simple way. Like go back, go outside. Okay. Go to the invoice, like the invoice. But there are a lot of options. If we will tell you all the things, so you will be confused. So we will tell you the shortest way. Yeah.
Yeah. Go to the payment, and you go to the payment and check.
Payment and select the payment mode here.
Yeah, payment mode here, and just.
Come here and account paid from, like from which account you want to pay,
and allocate
and,
here. Allocate
and
here.
just all things are fetched. All things are fetched automatically. You just need to review it. Okay.
And save
and
it.
Go down.
Yeah. And check number.
No, check reference number and all this. Here, if you have transferred online, so you need to put the reference number here and reference date here. Put anything. And click on save and submit. So once you go up, stress and go up. Yeah, you can attach here transfer. Will be attached. Okay. Submit it, please. Once we will submit it, we can set notification that on the payment information and a notification to Mr. Sultan. Invoice? Oh, what not? Like the email finance pay. Yeah. Mr. Hassan, please go to the payment entry.
रात को आते हैं सुबह जाते हैं
You will receive email
उनकी अटेंडेंस कल लगी
it is fine. No, this is the payment entry. Please go back to the invoice.
सुबह उठ के गया वो 24 तारीख इनकी सुबह करती है ना क्या दिन का
Mr. Sultan will come here.
नहीं फौरन से नहीं अगले दिन
Mr. Hassan, please go back to the bank.
Sorry.
Bank.
अगर आप चेकअप कराते हैं ना 6 बजे
Please go back to the home bank. No, Mr. Hassan, please go back. Yeah. It's completed and it is 100%. And it's, yeah, please open this. The order is completed because it is 100% received and 100% paid. The bank, no, so the bank we cannot back, but we are like when we created the invoice, it can come to you. Then when you will approve it, okay, so once he has approved and released the payment, then you will put the entry. Yeah. Now the way what we're doing right now.
ये देखिए अब बिलिंग जो 14 तारीख का अब बिलिंग देखिए आप
संडे वाले और रविवार
notified. You can log in the system also when he's putting the payment entry in the draft format, so he can send you an copy. He will click on the send and will send email and you will approve. What it what I said? Once you create the payment entry, So there is option there.
आज की रिपोर्ट कल मिलेगी, कल की रिपोर्ट आपको मिलेगा।
You will give an email and we put
ट्रेनिंग किया तो फिर हम काम और करते हैं जिसमें चेकिंग कर रहा है वो बस फिर उसको प्रेजेंट करते हैं तो वो चेकआउट कर देता है ये पूरा शिफ्ट की शक्ल फर्स्ट में 9 बजे आके पहले 9 बजे चेकिंग किया तो ट्रेनिंग मार्क कर दिया।
no. So you will not submit until you receive. You will not submit the payment entry until he has approved. You will make it as draft. You will make it as draft. And in the draft, send an email from system. Please approve.
प्रेजेंट होगा टीम किया से प्रेजेंट किया अब पेपर उसने अब यहाँ का अपनी प्रोजेक्ट डाला है आउट नहीं किया तो उसको हाफ डे बात करेगा ये भी कंडीशन है
आउट नहीं करेगा तो इस चेकिंग या इस चेकआउट के
आउट आप कह रहे थे कि सेटिंग नहीं कर सकते आउट के उसको लेकिन करता है लेकिन मेरा करना उसको हाथ पे
Yeah, you will do payment entry as a draft like this draft, and then you will click on send open. And from there you will send an email to that please approve. We can send automatic email on draft, but maybe you have not all and you have
वेट करेगा चेकआउट टाइम संदेश सब कंप्लीट
no, maybe like he created draft there and he still making the bank. So he was thinking that I am making draft and I will make it the bank tomorrow. Okay. So if we will send automatically, so you will receive wrong notification that you got payment is made but it is not. So once he has done in the bank, so he will send email from him. That's the correct.
सही है मतलब आपका चेकआउट टाइम का वेट ना करें बस करते ही
You have two ways, like you can just pass the journal entry.
लेकिन अब
Just
आपको
pass the journal entry and also you can
4-5 अगर है तो अलग मसला होगा वो
you can make a supplier of the electricity, like electricity company is a supplier and you can pay against that. Yeah, two ways. No. That's one. You will just pay the payment entry. You will do. You have two ways. You can yeah, that can be done via the journal entry. Like you will just pass a journal entry that debit this account and credit this account. Also, if you have, and also we have like this one. This person is showing. You have different accounts in the accounting heads, I believe. Yeah, that's your chart of account that is coming. Yeah, you can just make a journal voucher there. JV, you can pass a JV here.
वीकली ऑफ हो तो आपको ब्लैंक ही है
Yeah, that's up to you. So I think what to do is yeah, we have all the recordings that we talked. We recorded this.
ये देखिए क्या आपको मशीन
like no, it is not the purchase order, it is the material request from the
तो अगर ये नहीं डालेंगे तो
तो वो मशीन में तो चेक इन आ रहे हैं, लेकिन मशीन में चेक इन आ रहे होंगे, लेकिन जब हमारे पास यहाँ सिस्टम में है तो ये सिस्टम में वो नंबर को कैच करते हैं, तो देखिए सिस्टम में
कंपल्सरी करेंगे।
इसको कंपल्सरी करते हैं। सिस्टम में
Yeah. There's the complete flow of your buying cycle. This is the flow, and now you can decide in this flow what notifications should be sent. So you can decide and let us know.
आप मुझे नंबर बता दें, अभी हाथों में डालते हैं। जब हमने नंबर नहीं डाला ना, वो टाइप
वो तो बल्कि शायद होता है कि आपको अगर खाली भी कोई नंबर सेंड
You decide that what approval like what workflow you need, in which step, and let us know.
सिस्टम नहीं है,
But for this like
नंबर डालें। अभी देखिए, अभी इनसे चेकआउट करेंगे तो आ जाएगा। हाँ, मशीन में तो होगा, मशीन में होगा, सिस्टम में नहीं होगा।
Mr. Hassan, can you please show, please let us know about the budget. Like for one item, I have set my budget of the like 1,000 Saudi riyals for 1 month. So can you please show us how to do that?
Yeah, yes, sir. We have budget in accounting, and you can control your expense account by by creating budget for. For example, I will create a budget for I'm creating a budget, and this is going to be applying on all kind of requesting and buying cycle. For example,
Sir, 1 minute, please. Okay, okay.
yeah, for example, you want to you want to control your expenses, and each GL account for each expense account. For example, your any expense account, I'll add up here. For example, your computer and internet expenses, you want to control this expense, so you can control it by putting in budget amount. For example, for 5,000 riyals, for a this is in fact for a year, and I can distribute it on a monthly basis by creating my own monthly distribution. For example, this 5,000, I want to create monthly distribution by my own criteria. So this is the criteria one, and for example, I want to spend 2,000 sorry, percentage 10%, 10% of 10% of those 5,000 in the month of January. So the system will not allow me to record any expense and go beyond those 10% of 5,000 for the internet expense in account of internet expenses. So I will not be able to record any transaction on the system for internet expenses in the month of January exceeding 10% of the total figure of 5,000. So this is how budget works in the system. So
Like you will decide a budget for your fiscal
and distribute it monthly.
On here you will set a budget, then you can distribute that budget for the month. Mr. Hassan, can you please go back and show us like when the budget is exceeded, so what to do?
Yeah, I have to I have to create a budget first, and then
We have
yeah,
created the budget.
yeah.
Now if my budget is exceeding, so what to do?
Yeah, these are the controlling actions. These are the controlling actions which are going to, I'm controlling the budget from here. For example, generally, I'll pay for this particular expenses by booking a purchase invoice for a particular invoice from which I'm, buying computer and internet services. So
Can
I,
you show us
if
options in the drop down? Yeah, this one. Open this.
yeah, so if my PO is exceeding based on the particular monthly distribution, so it will warn me. I can make it stop it. I can make it not to go
We have
further.
three options. To stop, warn, just give warning and ignore. So we have three options.
So upon warning, there will be a message only, and it will go further.
Mr. Hassan, what it will do? Yeah. When you are doing the entry, when the person is doing the entry, so he will get a warning that you are exceeding the budget. And if you will stop this, so system will say error that you cannot create because you are not. So these all can be set. Yeah. Mr. Hassan, can you please open the budget? Yes. Mr. Hassan, please show us where to see the budget.
Okay, there are you can see the budget reports here. In these two reports are in fact the reporting reports for budgets. So you can go to see that how much you have spent currently and what is the remaining. So you can check on monthly, quarterly, half yearly, and you can check for both two dynamics.
Mr. Hassan, Mr. Badar is saying something. Please.
We want to see the budget from the purchasing perspective. And in the purchasing, they will not see the whole budget of the company. You just need to see the budget of the items that we need to buy. Like let's say office supplies.
Okay. So I will create a budget now. Let me create one, and I'll explain that how it's going
Like
to
he
work.
is saying that he want to set a budget for a specific item, like orange juice. Against orange juice, he want to set a budget.
Yeah.
Then purchaser will see only that budget, not the whole company.
Yeah, but you see, the budget are in fact are mapped and working for these two elements. You can create budget for a particular cost center, and then you can and a project as well.
Like you can
These
set
two
a budget
things.
against your schools. Like for school one, you have this budget. For school, you have this budget.
Yeah.
So you can set all this. Open anything. Like for this school, you have this budget. You can define.
I'm creating for purchases.
Okay, so it is basically
Retail
can be applied on the material request. When the school will request material, school manager will be warned that you have exceeded budget on it. So he cannot create material request. So it will not come to you. It will be dealt with that.
So
They cannot create request after a budget is exceeded.
So I have created a budget for this branch, for this branch, and now for this branch.
So, 1 minute, please. requested separately. Like we will create another screen, another form, and from there you can request. Yes, Mr. S.
So I have created one budget for 1,000 for purchases for one cost center, branch 2. So let's see if I exceed that 1,000, system will stop me. So retail purchases. I'm spending something on retail purchases from cash. So as soon as since my budget is 1,000 for this particular expense account, so if I go to exceed and I have to tag up the cost center here so that system can read it.
Yeah.
So this was the cost center.
Your school and they are applying.
You see.
916 is your budget and it will be exceeding 553. Yeah, because we have defined that we can stop. If we will set the warning, there will be a warning system.
So it is.
Yeah. From the material request, they cannot submit the material. It will not go account.
So I have make them stop, so they will not be able to submit it. I can keep pushing it, but system will not allow me to go further. So because I have just if I go to show you again, I'll go to the budget again, and I'll show you that I have made it make them stop. I did not make them one. I make them stop. So system will stop me and will not make me record anything for exceeding this much amount for this particular expense.
Yeah, that's clear, I believe. You have any questions regarding this?
Yes. For the cash request.
Petty cash request.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mr. Hassan, please show us how to request petty cash.
and also the conflict.
Yeah.
Do we have the cash police?
Mr. Hassan, please show us how to request like process to request for petty cash. Because there is school request petty cash from their main office and there's a petty cash.
Okay. You see, you have to set general ledger account, petty cash general ledger accounts for each branch, from where they can manage their daily expenses.
Yes, sir, I think we need to make a new form for that purpose. And
This
from
general
there they can.
this general entry can also serve the purpose, but if you want, we can create a new one.
Secretary, I explained to you what we do. So we can see how we can do something. I don't know what to say.
Yes.
Regarding petty cash, what we are currently doing is we have separate petty cash card for each branches.
Okay.
We recharge them like 1,000 each month, and they use those petty cash for their senior expenses.
Okay.
And they send us with the invoices
Report.
and the statement.
Yeah.
In the next slide.
Okay.
And at the end of the month, we enter in our.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually takes a lot of time. So how can we make that the time consuming?
If it is possible to give entries like
Entry access to school.
yes.
Yeah, it's possible. We can give them with limited rights. With limited rights that they can do the entry themselves. Yeah. I mean, Mr. Hassan, please show us the journal entries and show them that how their school manager will post the entry, and we'll attach the invoice.
Yeah, for example, from main office, I'm going to put petty cash into this APC branch. So how this thing will be done, yani?
These are your 3 branches for petty cash. This is your chart. Yeah. But you are huh? So where you report the like you put you give 1,000 riyal to your one school. So where you report? Which one? 1125. Mr. Hassan, please select 1125. Yeah. This is the account. This is your school account. Like this is the petty cash account for the school. Okay. So basically, what you will do, like you will pass a payment entry when you will issue the cash to them. Okay. You will recharge it. Then you will give the access. You will give access of the journal entry to your school manager. Then whatever expense you are doing, make out journal entry. And for the restriction, you can put that he cannot submit. He will only save in the draft format, and you will review it. Okay, it is correct. So once he has, for example, he has made 10 journal entries, you will review all them and you will select all them and will submit. Yeah. It will save the time. Yeah. Because he will just review and submit. But my concern is okay, that's clear. This is what no, please send us the school information.
अगर उसको पेज नंबर डलेगा वो आएंगे कुछ हो जाएगा उसका पेज नंबर का आ रहा है
Another training.
उस दिन तो
But
आएंगे
next online, I think, because next week I will be in Jeddah. So we can do online. We can do online. Okay, so today we covered the purchase order and purchase invoice and all your buying cycle is completed.
Actually, what we should do now is, yeah. So what we do right now,
अच्छा कि मेरा पीसी बंद हो गया है नहीं हो रहा पता नहीं क्या मसला हुआ है वो तो पावर उठाई फौरन बंद हो गया चलिए आ जाओ
set the process, workflow, and share with us.
Yeah, we want to do like they need to do the material.
Yeah, you need to give them the training first. Can you people get training? Have you understand all things? You can arrange a training and Mr. Hassan will come online if you forget something.
But then if you want to do the purchasing of these,
Yeah. That's all for the purchase. Yeah. You should start the purchasing using the purchasing module. So you can learn all the things. Yeah. Yeah. Just use it if you face any issue. Just send take a screenshot and send in the group. Then it's very easy. Believe me, it's very easy. Once you will use it 1 or 2 times, you will become used to it. It's very easy. Yeah. Purchasing training. Next thing would be your finance. We can next week. What is schedule? Yeah. We have next thing what we have. I think we have like accounting. Finance. Mr. Hassan, can you please tell us what is next thing in that training schedule? Like what would be the training for the next thing?
Yes, we have covered mainly the buying cycle involving this stock as well.
No, in the training schedule we sent them.
Yeah.
What is next?
Okay, I'll just I'll check and I'll come back to you in a
Can
minute.
you open? Yeah.
In a minute, Yani. I'll stop sharing my screen, Yani.
Yeah, please. So
Yes, Bashir, we have covered buying and we have also covered warehousing. We can start selling and then accounting.
yeah, Mr. Hassan, can you please repeat?
I'll share. Should I share any the Excel document which we have already sent them?
Yeah. No, just show us because there would be the email. Just show us what is next, so we can plan accordingly.
Okay. And you see, we have covered this buying module, including item, warehouse, supplier group, and all these components. Along with these reports.
Can you zoom in a little bit? Yes.
So buying is covered, including the warehousing, because we have talk much about warehousing as well. So we will also coming back to the warehousing while we will be working with the selling in next meetings.
We have covered buying module, we have covered warehouse module, in the same, because we things are linked each other. Yeah. So we will discuss in the detail warehousing, like the reporting, like the stock reconciliation, all things later when you will start using these modules. So we will discuss that. Yes. So they don't have the selling module. They sell through their POs.
Okay, okay, no problem. So accounting is the next thing.
Yeah, they sell from their POS, and we need to integrate the POS with our PO.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. Please go down. Please go. No, because HR and payroll is not implemented yet. So some other will implement this. Other will put data related to HR payroll. Yeah. He should be. He will be working on this. Maintenance. That will come. This is not the complete plan. This is related to what we have implemented. What we have implemented. So we are giving you training. So you should start using maintenance. Mr. Hassan, what about the maintenance module? Like when it will be implemented and when we can give them the training.
Yes, in fact, we have to work on the core modules first, including buying, selling, and warehousing and accounting, and then we once these 4 core modules are finished and implemented, and then we can come to implement a maintenance module.
So when your main account guy will come from the applications, like Monday, Sunday. So Mr. Hassan, please arrange some meeting next week related to the finance, because their main finance guy is not present. He's on vacation and he will come from the Sunday, like next week.
Okay.
So you can arrange a meeting next week.
Okay, sir, no problem.
Or do we have anything related to bank now?
Well, we have to do this again. Get this online.
Online, what you buy online from some website. Yeah, that would be same. You will create a purchase order, and you will select the supplier as online, or the vendor you can. And that would be the same process. But that can be changed. But I will recommend that keep it same, so it will be easy for you. If you will make a different process for online, for on-site, then it will be difficult for you to. So make it unified. Yeah.
So let's start out with something applying it. Having the online payments.
They will see the need. So this will take process. Since Capital is in IT, you have to find supply once. If you have provided in the street, we have to identify supplier that's all for today. That's enough because we have covered buying.